Good evening. I'm Frank Bua, and on behalf of my fellow co-chairs, William Schur, Jennifer Hatch, and Bernadette COVENEY Smith, welcome to Family Equality Council's 8th annual Night at the Pier.
We thank our generous event sponsors, especially our gold level sponsors, Toys R Us, the McGill-Kiola family, Nederlanding Producing Company, and DARYL and Stephen Roth. I particularly want to thank Jimmy Nederlander and Toys R Us CEO Jerry Storch for being with us tonight. And thank you as well to our silver sponsors, Christopher Street Financial, RBC Capital Markets, Broadway.com, and Broadway Across America, and the Westin New York Grand Central. And we are fortunate to have many of our national corporate partners represented here tonight. We have their owners, their CEOs, and high-level executives. From Target, Kim Strong, VP of Diversity and Inclusion is here. We have Growing Generations owner Kim Bergman, Clockwork Active Media Systems owner Nancy Lyons, publisher of Playbill, Phil Bursch. From Capital One, Rob Keeling, VP of HR. From Our Family Vacations, owner Greg Kaminsky. And Bill Hibsher, partner from Brian Cave, our incredible pro bono law firm. We are truly grateful for your ongoing investment in family equality.
Nobody alive today embodies the spirit of equal protection better than Edie. To call her a queen may not be entirely appropriate, but she certainly is royalty. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my dear friend, the incomparable Miss Edie Windsor.
The Hofstetter HABIB Family Award is given to those who share an unwavering commitment to Family Equality Council's core values of love, justice, family, equality for all loving families. Recipients demonstrate this commitment through work on the front lines to advance the equality of loving families. This year, none of us can think of anyone more deserving of this award. I am so pleased and proud and honored to represent the Family Equality Council in presenting this award to Roberta Kaplan.
Oral arguments at the Supreme Court last month remind us why it is that we have a Constitution, to bind us together as citizens of one nation, each of whom is guaranteed equal protection under the law. There is no case, and there is no person that better demonstrates the concept of equal protection than Edith Windsor versus the United States of America. And while Edie and Thea never had their own children, Edie's case is very much about families, about Edie's family with Thea, about all the thousands of American families adversely affected by DOMA, as well as all the families represented in this room tonight. No straight couple anywhere in the United States of America is going to decide to marry or have children because Edie Windsor had to pay a $363,000 estate tax bill. The Family Equality Council, an organization that is dedicated to and truly does protect and amplify the voices of those children that Justice Kennedy spoke about. I'd also like to say the best part of representing Edie is that she has become a member of our family, as she said, and she is willing to read Captain Underpants books to my 7-year-old son for hours and hours on end. My eternal gratitude goes to my own family, Rachel Levine and Jacob Kaplan Levine, who somehow managed to put up with all my incredible amount of craziness, and who continue to love and inspire me always. Thank you.
We are Alex HABIB and Mark Hofstetter. And we are so thrilled to stand here on stage with two incredible young men, the twin sons of Jen Chrisler, Tim, and Tom.
I'm really glad tonight is about Mama. She deserves it. She has worked so hard to help our families. She planned an awesome time for families at Family Week in Provincetown. She gave speeches to help people understand and respect our families, and she worked to change the laws in our country so our families are treated family. fairly. I love Mama so much. She cares so much about everyone's families and wants them treated in an awesome way. I have learned so much from Mama about fighting for what is right. Someday, when I'm rich and famous, I'm going to give all my money to Family Equality Council. And I'm going to talk about them on TV every chance I get.
But during her time as executive director, she has had an enormous impact on the growth of the organization and on the way both the public and the LGBT community views our families. Because of her consistent and persistent guidance, she has led the entire movement toward full family equality. Please join me in welcoming and truly thanking Jen Chrisler for everything she has done.
Well, first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Tim and Tom. Who are two extraordinary young children and for whom this work has been about. And so to have them here with me tonight is really a special joy. That families are at the heart of what is going to move this movement to a place of being a bygone day. And I knew, as a parent, I could do nothing less than stand up and tell my story, tell your story, tell our stories. And whether it was to one person or to 1 million people, that those stories were in fact going to be the change that we needed in the world. I can imagine a day when we don't have to file an amicus brief in front of the Supreme Court about the voices of our children, because in fact they are busy doing what they should be doing, which is being kids. Being kids. I know that we are going to win. We are going to win. We're going to win sooner rather than later, and that is because this organization and all of you are a part of that strategy. Thank you.
And how do you get up here and talk about your best friend who has been your emergency contact more than half your life until you found the one that you were going to stay with? How do you talk about somebody that you first met, the very first person you kind of met in the gay Holy Land, which was the piano bars back in the 80s? That picture when you brought Eliza home, I'm bursting with tears because that was your baby and Don's baby. And you two, with Eliza and Jonah, inviting me to be a part of that, taught me how to be a good mother. And it's, again, hard to tell a room full of people how much somebody means to you. So thank God I have an iconic gay rock star next to me.
Knowing how much you are a part of Family Equality Council. You're just not showing up today. You work for these folks. You get in there and you draw people in, and you work tirelessly for gay family issues. All of you do. We have come so far, haven't we? Look at us. Look at us. I'm just thinking you as people,
good,
just
like
gay
that.
people. No, that's not it.
You've got your
No.
concert wrap-up voice, like,
no,
okay,
no.
goodbye.
There's more. No, there's more.
All right.
Okay. Your turn now, darling.
Well, no, I just want to, now that I'm not sobbing inside, I want to thank you guys for honoring Dan, because he is now, like, I'm going to use you as an example, a face of what music is as a gay. Danny is the best person to be the face of this right now. I've seen it. Danny, you being the face of gay parenting, I couldn't be more proud. And here comes this, so this is where you take over and wrap it up.
I'm extremely emotional. I'm just warning y'all. I may cry. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be okay, ultimately. No, seriously, I'm so touched, so honored. You have no idea, for so many reasons. We were together over 10 years before we decided we wanted to adopt. 18 months later, we were in a delivery room where we cut our daughter's umbilical cord and her 9-month lifeline to Cinnabons and Marlboro Menthols. It was a few years later I decided to put my experience as a dad into a book. It was really my attempt to connect my family experience with all families and how we love and all the things we think about and worry about when we love that deeply. I hope the book would just make us all feel less alone about the particular ways in which we're all screwing up our kids. For my family, my mother, my sister, my father, who I wish were here, for teaching me the importance of family. For my husband, Don, who for almost 21 years has taught me how to be a better partner, friend, husband, writer, and yes, father. Okay, maybe more like mother. It's true. I have incredible mood swings, and my boobs are always hurting, and I cry a lot. Maybe I'm pregnant. I'm grateful, so grateful to the Family Equality Council for all the work you do on behalf of the 3 million LGBT parents in this country and their 6 million children. I don't want to cry, so I'm just going to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I have the best gift in the world at home named Eliza and Jonah, and my freedom to be the parent of those 2 kids is the best gift of all. So thank you very much for this honor.